friends. If you've been watching the videos in this series, you are probably really wondering what Andrea's book is about. I'm Jennifer, the traveling publisher, and I'm here with my friend and new author, Andrea Foxcroft.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi. So people have been posting and commenting and sending smoke signals and calling and texting and asking me
what is she writing about?
Your book. I'm so excited about your book. Can you share a little hint about the topic?
I guess I will spill now. So my book is about, I have been through a journey for the past year. I don't know if anybody's ever gone through like a growth in their life and you've gone through like a bunch of change and you know, stuff happens and it kind of stretches you and you grow and all these crazy things happen and wonderful things. And do you know what I mean? I've gone through a really big transformational process spiritually. I'm changed. I'm so different now than I used to be in a good way.
Right.
So it's that's what my book is about. I mean, it's about, you know, hardships and struggles and, you know, fighting the fighting every day just to get through the days and come out stronger. And it's things that we all go through in life, but how do we get through it?
That sounds amazing. It sounds like an inspiring story of transformation and something that people really will look forward to reading.
And hopefully relate to.
Yes. Absolutely. And now, not everyone is able to do what you're doing, which is tackling these tough topics and writing about it. How do you do it? Do you have a process, time of day, place in your home?
You know, it's weird. Like when I first started writing, you know, we did talk about the journaling, so it's a good thing I did journal. But when I write, I used to just write in my bedroom and, you know, because that was like where I feel comfortable, but now I have an office in my house. So I kind of go back there in the evenings, and sometimes it's not every evening that I'll write, but I have to say my book is almost done, and I got to say the last month and a half I have been on fire, like feeling energy and like a motivation to push me just to write almost 4 days a week.
Wow.
So it's strange, you know. I'd be in that, sometimes didn't want to write, and then all of a sudden it's like every day I want to write.
That's interesting. I love that you say that, Andrea, because so many times people come to me and they say, I have writer's block. How do I get over this writer's block? So I think I hear you saying you just didn't fight it.
I didn't fight it, you know. I just went with it. And if when I feel the urge and like I want to write and I'm inspired, I just keep going with it. Sometimes I'll write for 4 or 5 hours a night.
Wow.
And I mean, I can't even believe my book's almost done. I've only been writing since October.
Yeah.
And you know, that's the hardest part, is the ending. So we'll have to wait and see.
That's right. We'll have to wait and see. And so I think there's tremendous wisdom, and I really think there's tremendous faith that you have. You just have the faith that yes, right now this might be hard. I might be having a little writer's block, but you have the faith that it's going to pass.
Yes.
And please, aspiring authors who are watching this, please understand that this is not forever. If you have writer's block, it is not forever.
It's not.
Just maybe take a step back.
Yes, it will change.
Go do something fun. Go do something creative. It will change. You will feel better.
Yes, there's definitely, you know, when you don't feel inspired, it might be weeks. It might be a month. You know, it's okay.
It's okay.
Take a break. You will be inspired again, believe me. It will happen.
Exactly. And then you're going to feel this fire.
Yep.
And it's just going to pour out of you.
Exactly.
And it probably wouldn't have happened had you not taken a little break when you needed to take a break. And so another thing I think, Andrea, that authors don't realize is that there's more to just writing a book than writing a book. And
Yes.
so one thing you did early on, and maybe you did this during one of those kind of writer block things, is you wrote your book's description without me even asking, which is amazing.
That was like the first thing I did before I even wrote my book.
That's so impressive.
Isn't that strange?
You're the first author I've ever worked with who's ever done that. Normally I have to pull it out of people, you know, like way at the end.
I thought you told me like in the beginning, you're like, okay, you need to do a summary or something.
It's funny.
Didn't you
I
say
probably did, but
And
most
I was like,
people don't listen.
Okay. And I'm writing it down. Okay. And that was like the first thing I did.
And it was excellent. You nailed it. And so I call it a description. It's usually what we put on the back cover. It was what goes to retailers. And I often tell people it's your book's elevator pitch. How did you write it so well?
I don't know. It really honestly just came from the heart. I literally was just sitting there looking at my laptop, and I honestly just wrote it. It just came out of my mouth. Like it just flew. I don't know. It's the Lord speaking through me, because I don't know. I just typed it up, and that was it.
Well, it was amazing. And so that has really been great to keep that top of mind, because as I say, that's going to go on the back cover of your book. That'll go out to Amazon and all 40,000 retailers in the US and 300 other countries where people can order your book.
That's so exciting.
That's so exciting.
I know, I'm so excited.
So it's so funny. The reason that we met, of course, is because I was a 5-year fan of Matt's RV reviews, and I've been in my market for an RV. And oh, by the way,
we are in an
RV. So thanks to General RV and Andrea for setting this up. This is a beautiful RV.
It is.
And so we've been doing this series, and we've been so focused on your book, we haven't talked about RVing. Let's talk about RVing.
Yeah, this is the funnest part.
Have you always loved to camp?
No, not really. No, I'm just kidding. I never really even thought about RVs until my husband Matthew was working for an RV dealership, and then I'd work there part-time on the weekends. And then that's when we started to really get into it. We're like, wow, these things are really cool. This is the way to do it. This is the way to do vacations, and that's when we kind of got hooked.
That's amazing.
I mean, what's not to love about it?
I agree. You get to take all your stuff with you where you
go.
You're comfortable. You can not have to unpack and schlep all your stuff into the hotel. That's one of my favorite things.
Yes.
You have a bathroom with you everywhere
you
go.
Your own sheets.
Yes, your own sheets. Exactly. So, do you have a dream motorhome? What is your dream motorhome?
So, me personally, I am a big Fleetwood fan. I love the Discovery LXCs. If I'm being reasonable, of course I would love to have like a really, really outrageous motorhome, but to me, it's just not, it's just not, what's the word? What's the word? And I'm a writer, right? It's not realistic, right?
Sure.
So for me to be on my level, just to be, I would want a Discovery LXC. I love them. I think they're beautiful. I love the interior. I love, it's a smooth ride. It feels more like home to me.
Oh, I love that. It feels more like home.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So what are some of the features about it that you like that would feel like home?
And not only is it of course I'm going to pitch every manufacturer because, that's part of my sales, but I love the way Discovery or Fleetwood Holiday Rambler, how they are good quality and their prices are reasonable, right? Mm-hmm. But no, I just love their touch on everything. They have a really great interior designer, and I love the way she does things. It feels more like a home to me because it's kind of like my taste. Like I have a very like, I don't know, like kind of like a little bit farmhouse, but like glamour / posh kind of taste, if you know what I mean. So I've always loved them. I mean, it's been my favorite, gosh, for like 7 years running. I'm just a fan.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. You said something I never thought about. An interior designer. There's actually an interior designer who chooses all these amazing fixtures
there is.
and they all like beige a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well,
or brown. But yeah, most manufacturers have an interior designer.
That's fascinating. But they need it to be neutral, right? So that makes total sense, and they do an amazing job.
They do.
So can you share, what is your favorite campground?
So far, my favorite, I really love Fort Wilderness.
Wow.
I love Disney, and I have to say, I think their campground is great. I know it's really pricey, but I don't know, it's like magical. It's like the bathrooms and everything is so clean and everything smells good, and it's really nice. You can see the fireworks from there. I also have another one that I really like.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say when Matt and I used to come down with my daughters during Christmas time to visit my mother-in-law in West Palm Beach, we stayed at that KOA in West Palm. Was it West Palm? It was at KOA's Wild Country Safari.
Oh,
and literally, there's like lions in there and giraffes that are in that, right next to it in the safari, but the campground's like right here. So you could hear like the lions. It would shake your RV early in the morning. It was just so cool. I mean, it was just to be, you know, seeing the animals up that close.
Wow.
Feeding giraffes and seeing zebras and monkeys, and it was just really nice.
That sounds really nice. That does sound right up there with Disney magic to me, is the giraffes and things. So that's awesome. Well, I hope that we're going to continue this series and do more as we continue our author's journey.
Too.
And friends there, I hope that you will like and subscribe and keep listening to the series on Matt's RV Reviews and the Traveling Publisher, because we're getting closer and closer to the big reveal.
Yes.
We're working hard on the cover. We're working hard on the interior. We're working hard on thinking about sharing the story and the title. So please, friends, like and subscribe for more, and stay tuned. Thanks.